I just gotta talk about it because it needs to be talked about. I don't even know why you ain't done it yet. Somebody say something.
If you're watching CNN right now, I've been heard this story, so I apologize for not doing a video earlier, because doing it now is really not my style. It's too late now. It's over. It's done. If you haven't heard, this guy in Florida killed a teen who was black over loud music. That's the whole story. That's what we got from it. I've been trying to look for articles on it. It was a lot of them online prior to this case, but all the articles on the internet now are talking about the case, because this happened a while back. When I wanted to do the commentary on it, I didn't do it. I'm going to do it now. I don't know. I think he's been guilty on 4 counts instead of 5. Let me understand something about this. A lot of people are comparing this to the George Zimmerman case. I don't want to do that. Because by comparing and contrasting this to the George Zimmerman case and saying that it's the same thing, you are admitting... This dude is talking over me, man. You are admitting... You are admitting that race is an issue in the United States. You're admitting that. If we say that this case is like the George Zimmerman case, you will be admitting that the entire time it was about racism and nothing more. You will be admitting that. And I won't even admit that as a black guy. I took race off of the case like I took it off this case. So even if it's not about race, the fact remains that he killed somebody innocent. Now the fact that they're not going to jail because it's a black teenager means to tell me that symbolically you're telling me that it's bad to be black in America, especially in Florida. It has to be racism because they killed somebody innocent. And because race is a big issue in the country, you will always come back to racism when justice is denied for somebody black. That's just the way it is. It happened that way. It's America. It was built on a race system. It's built on slavery. I'm afraid of white people who are afraid of racism. I know you want to bury it. Sorry, I got two-faced, but I know you want to bury it. Black people want to bury race too. But I'm afraid of any white person who will not admit that slavery happened. That scares the hell out of me. That's bringing you back to the area of Jim Crow. I'm afraid of that. You know, I think this dude is getting, jail time, but they're just not going to try it as big time murder. They haven't decided yet. Let me tell you, this shouldn't have happened in the first place. With the Trayvon Martin case, I didn't talk too much about it because I could even see a small hint of reasonable doubt. If I see a black man, white man, Chinese man, even a Chinese girl in my neighborhood who looks suspicious walking around in the back of the neighborhood with a hoodie on who doesn't live there and it's been breaking into the neighborhood, I may call the police. The Trayvon Martin case can look suspicious in many ways. You understand? This makes me look a little bit more mysterious. Now, the loud music case. If I go to a gas station, you see a group of black men playing loud music, I get nervous too. Society has done that. It has managed to relay the fact that black men playing loud music are a threat. Not necessarily true, but it's a fact. Now, if I think something is a threat, I'm going to go away. Even if we take race off the thing and just say that these kids were all white. Even if he was afraid of white kids, he should have just walked away. You don't have a right. You're not Batman. You're not Superman. This is not a DC comic book. You can't take the law into your own hands. If you see something that's inappropriate and scary, call the police. If the police don't respond, there's really nothing you can do. I got better common sense than to walk up and approach 4 dudes in a car playing loud music who I think is threat. Especially, he say he saw a gun. Especially if they got a gun. You think if I'm already afraid and I see a gun, you think I'm going to go get my gun first? I'm just going to go away. I wouldn't have been over there in the first place. Now, this next comment, because sometimes black people do it to themselves, and be prepared, I'm going to use the N-word. Now, that's a slang term. It's an insult. Some of y'all niggas never turn down the radio, okay? Hear me out. Just hear me out. There's a cultural difference between black people and white people in terms of music, hip hop, and even though they already don't like hip hop, turning it up louder is gonna make it worse. Some of y'all niggas never turn down the radio. I get offended and frightened when niggas bump their music that loud. That's uncalled for. That's uncultural. That's just not common sense. White people can't relate to that, okay? Okay, they can't. That's just that. They don't like profanity. People don't like profanity. A lot of black people, a lot of older black people don't like hip-hop. My mother, my grandmother, and knows that I'm a hip-hop rapper. Never wants to hear my hip-hop because there's profanity in it. I understand that, okay? So sometimes we just gotta turn the radio down. Just because you're a teenager doesn't mean you gotta drive with the radio loud. I don't understand that myself. Niggas blast the radio up real loud. That is a threat. Understand though, black people, intelligent black men and women, don't turn their radio up that loud. My dad told me not to turn the radio up that loud. I don't want to turn the radio up that loud anyway. If it is that loud, at least have the common sense to roll the window all the way up. I don't want to hear what you're listening to. I may not like profanity. I may not like hip hop. I mean, it was wrong completely. I'm just saying, just use common sense. You know, if you know that it's viewed as indecent in society, don't put yourself in a situation where it's going to be even worse. You know how many times I go to the gas station, the liquor store, and it's always a group of black people blasting the radio, never white kids. Now, I'm not going to say they don't do it. Man, hold on, it's getting a little hot up in here, man. Now, sometimes they do it now. Understand? They do it. I've seen it happen at least once, twice, maybe a couple of times, but I don't have a lot of white friends. But I've seen white people boom the radio, especially white teenagers. Now, understand that. Another thing about this trial, the way we can experience racism is the fact he killed a black teenager. He killed a black man. You're supposed to be tried by a jury of your peers. There are no black men on this jury. Why? Because maybe a black man will see it from a different point of view. Or maybe, sometimes, you know, not gonna lie, some people got that nigga mentality where they make their mind up and they not gonna change it. So, that's one reason to be afraid to put a black man on the jury, because they know his mind is already made up. He's not gonna change it. But I don't know. That's not a reason to stop it, because that's unfair. If you kill a young black man, I feel like a young black man should be on the jury. That makes common sense to me. That's a jury of his peers. They can relate to him better than anybody. I mean, a black man playing loud music is not a threat. I know it feels that way. I know it seems that way. But a lot of times it's not. Especially if you just mind your own business and go home. That's the main thing to remember. They got this thing in Florida called, I don't know, what is it called? Stand your ground? Yeah, okay, I'm all in favor of stand your ground. If you feel threatened, by all means, bust a cap at a nigga. You supposed to do that. There's the problem. You can't stand your ground against something that you cause yourself. If you feel threatened, but you put yourself in danger, that's called idiocy, stupidacy, stupid. Just dumb, democracy, whatever. I don't know. Make up a word for it. You can't stand your ground against something that you cause yourself. That's George Zimmerman problem too. Stand your ground laws are a backdoor Jim Crow thing that they can get away with killing young black men. If it's true, that's what the stereotype is going to be. Because how can you stand your ground against something that you cause yourself? What gives you the right to scream self-defense when you the one causing all the trouble? If anything, these guys were victims because you walked up to them. You don't walk up to somebody and assume that they're a threat, and then you get your ass beat or you feel in danger and now you want to scream, stand your ground. Yeah, you supposed to stand your ground after you would cause the trouble. Let's just say, look, I'm not trying to ramble, but I want you to get the point how deep this is. Let's say I'm a bully in school. I walk up to the weakest kid in school and pick on him, and he beats the hell out of me. I could scream self-defense. Oh, okay, well, let's just say, you know, I beat the hell out of him because he picked up a chair and threw it at me. That's a better example. Now, I could scream self-defense, but I'm the one who caused the trouble. He's supposed to pick up a chair and throw it at me. You understand? You can't defend yourself when you causing all the trouble. There is no such thing as stand your ground laws when you the one who shut the ground in the first place. So that should be dismissed right away. This whole thing about second degree murder, first degree murder, third degree murder, premeditated. Understand one thing. Murder is murder, period. It's all premeditated. What are you saying? Are you saying that I just lost my mind and forgot that I shot somebody? Of course it's premeditated. You thought about it before it happened. What? Duh. It could be premeditated on the spot or premeditated. Now, if it's premeditated years in advance, you will see evidence of that. Even if it's premeditated in that moment, in the blink of an eye, of course it's premeditated. You just committed murder. You thought about it. Even if you didn't mean to commit murder, that's just reckless endangerment. Even if you were just trying to scare people, you shot a gun at somebody innocent. That's murder. I don't understand the difference between first degree, second degree, premeditated. It's all premeditated. But you think I just accidentally turned this camera on and made this video? You think this is a premeditated video? I'm making this up on spot. Premeditated. I thought about it before I did it. In a minute, I'm about to go study my schoolwork. It's premeditated. I thought about it before I did it. Everything you do is premeditated. You think about everything you do before you do it. Even if you do it right then and there. I know what I'm having for dinner tomorrow because it's premeditated. What are you talking about? Of course it's premeditated. It's called thinking. It's called brain cells. It's called being a human being with common sense. You're supposed to premeditate shit. Hello? Now, I hope you guys really learned something from this video. This is more upsetting to me. I didn't talk a lot about Trayvon Martin, but this is straight racism. Even if you take the skin complexion off of him, it's still an innocent kid dying. Now, you can't ignore the skin color because the skin color there. Understand, you can't ignore the racial issue behind this case or the George Zimmerman case. You can take it away. Both of these men still deserve to be in jail for killing somebody innocent. I said that a long time ago. I've been told to take race off the Trayvon Martin case because that's going to scare white people or whatever. If you take race off the Trayvon Martin case, George Zimmerman will probably be locked up for killing an innocent teen. You take race away here, he'll probably be locked up for killing an innocent teen. Throwing race on it scares people. And a lot of people, whether they racist or not, which I fail to understand, you know, if you're a white person in a position of power, a judge or a lawyer, you hate to put racism on anything. I understand that. I understand that responsibility. That don't mean you can't ignore it. You know, you can't kill. You kill somebody for loud music. What, you gonna come to my house and shoot me because you don't like my YouTube videos? Hello? Am I talking to anybody out there? I don't get it. I don't understand. I just don't get it. You're not watching CNN, watch CNN. Find out how the story turned out. I don't know. I mean, you know, this video will relate to my other video. I was going to do top 10 things that is destroying the African American community. And it was a joking video. Everything I do is a joke, sarcastic, but it's serious. You will learn something if you pay attention. Loud music is on my list. Loud music is destroying, because they don't do that in white neighborhoods. They don't play loud music in white neighborhoods. They do, but not as loud, okay? Understand something. Country and pop don't have as many cuss words in it. They don't have that stereotype. And sometimes we do it to ourselves. But that doesn't mean you could jump to conclusion to kill somebody innocent. Even if you jump to conclusion with a reasonable doubt in your mind, and I understand the stereotype, I understand the fear. I had the same fear and I'm black. But I wouldn't have done nothing but went home and everybody would have made it home safe. Because at the end of the day, you kill somebody innocent despite their skin color. That's the problem. You don't start trouble and then want to scream self-defense when, you know, you can't start trouble and, you know, scream stand your ground. You the one shook the ground. You know. I mean, this dude right here really pissed off, but you know, that's, you know, I'm glad to have a educated black man in the news world to get some type of voice, because all these white people, I heard what they saying, but it's like they trying to make excuses and not say it. I understand the way the law works. Everybody understands that. Basically, you just gave me a long paragraph for one sentence is unfair. I understand the way the law works. You understand?
Rather than the person who's actually on trial? Because of the word prejudice, the fact that these are young black males who have been victims. We see it over and over again. We have proved that they were good people. We have proved that they didn't have a criminal background. We have proved that they were equal. What it really tells us is that we don't have the same standards for them. We think that they are less than human. That's still a problem. Yeah, but the law should be the same whether you kill a good person or a bad person. You still kill somebody, right? That's all I'm saying.
Sheriff, that's what I'm saying. Whether you kill a black person or a white person, that's all I'm saying. You kill somebody innocent. Take race off of it, he still should go to jail for killing somebody innocent. I already talked about the jury, so I'm not gonna say that. But they don't tell you these people age. I honestly think they need a jury of people in their 20s, closer to the victim's age who died. 4 white men, an Asian man, a Hispanic man. These people are probably in their 40s. They don't understand hip-hop. They don't understand music in general anyway. At least get a 4 white men in their 20s who understand hip-hop. Because white people listen to hip-hop, I promise you. I swear to God. They do. I know white hip-hop rappers right now who can blow their ass off. Alright. That's it. I'm done. I'm finna go do some schoolwork, lighting design, graduation in May. On the music, I turn up loud as mine, but you gotta go get my YouTube channel. Comment, like, subscribe. God bless. Go in peace. Remember this. It's an education experience despite all the fun behind it. And this is a lot deeper than the George Zimmerman trial because I can't even see a doubt. With Trayvon Martin case, you can see about this much doubt. I mean, you can understand the fear, but there's no reason for him to walk over at this time. There's no logical reason for him to have walked over to that car. None whatsoever. With George Zimmerman, he may or may not have had a logical reason to walk over to Trayvon Martin. Not a big logical reason, but just a reason. About this small is all you need, man. All you need is this much of a reason to get away with murder, depending on who you will. But I can't find this much of a reason. Alright, I'm done with that. Comment, like, subscribe. God bless. Go in peace. Plenty imagination for life. Stage lighting and designing. I'm finna get on it.
I just gotta talk about it because it needs to be talked about. I don't even know why you ain't done it yet. Somebody say something.